Hey everyone, it's Post Commentary Sil here, and what you're watching is possibly my final video on Distrust 2, Phase 2 No Heal. Now, let me explain how this came to fruition. So, as you may or may not know, I've been playing Distrust 2 for quite a while now, and I've done quite a plethora of challenges as well, including beating the full run without using items, and my most recent one, Phase 1 No Hit. Yeah, I know. It's mind-blowing to think about. So, Phase 2 No Heal, how did this come to be? Well, because I did the full game on 4 DMG without items or deaths, I decided to contact Sega Sonic about a Phase 2 No Hit being... not No Hit, sorry. No Heal being doable. God, No Hit? What a joke. Back to that later. So I contacted him asking for a no-heal version of Phase 2, and to my surprise, he actually agreed. So thank you Sega Sonic 101 for giving me this opportunity. And I have his permission to release it to the public, so if you want to try Phase 2 no-heal for yourself, then give it a shot. Though I will wish you good luck. Anyway, so I'll make this a little update on the channel of sorts. So as you may have already noticed, I have changed my name from SilUT to Sil Gaming. The reason why that is because this isn't necessarily just an Undertale and Deltarune channel. There are other things on here as well, like Hogwarts Legacy and even Teardown, both of which are not even Undertale or Deltarune related at all. And I have some games to be posted on here in the near future, so those will exist as well. So that's why I've decided to change my name to Sil Games. On another note, a lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to be playing some other Undertale fan games like Keep Tale. The answer to that is yes, but not straight away. The reason why that is because it's nearing the end of the academic year for me at university, and you know what that means.
Lots of spaghetti!
Okay, cut the no-belief crap. So yeah, that means I will be extraordinarily busy trying to finish up assignments and stuff before I finish up for the summer. So yeah, that's something to note going forward in case my upload schedule is ever inconsistent. So a further update based on the streaming element of Sil. I'm hardly ever going to be using my Twitch anymore. The only reason I ever used that in the beginning was just so I had something to go to before I came back to YouTube in November of 2022. So yeah, I will still keep the account and stream to it on occasion, but it's probably not going to be anything too frequent or too impressive, as, well, most of my fan base comes from YouTube alone. So there you go. And you may have noticed that the slight little change in dialogue there. So yeah, this... If you don't know, this game was actually supposed to be updated a long time ago. Or I'd say a long time ago, but I actually don't know when it was actually planned to come out. But Sega Sonic discontinued it, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, I don't know of anything else in this update, and if there is, it's highly unlikely that I'll get into it, because honestly, after doing this challenge, I have no reason to play this game anymore. It has been such a big part of my life throughout 2021 and 2022. And I guess you could say the first third of 2023 as well. So yeah, I've been playing this game for a little bit over 2 years now, and to finally exhaust all the possible challenges within it, at least within human limit reach, it does feel quite nice, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't at least a little bit bittersweet. This game was something that I could come back to whenever I was bored, and to know that I have something that is kind of pointless to come back to does make me feel a little bit sad. Though on the bright side, that means I have lots of time nowadays to actually work on other things, like the fan games such as Undertale Unified and Siblings Redemption Afterlife. Talking of which, that is coming very close to completion. I am just working on the final phase right now, and then I'll have my playtesters try it out, I'll fix up any bugs, and then I will release that to the public. Huge thanks to my playtesters, by the way. They're amazing. Those being SK, Max Hardcore, Omni, Made for Mario, Pyrom, Exploder, and most recently, Quinn and Ben. So yeah, thank you all so much. And talking on the subject of Sega Sonic 101, No Belief is near completion as well. But it could be a while because I am still trying to get a musician. I have one on trial now, but I'm not sure how the results of their work are going to play out. I have heard some of their stuff and I do like it, but if it ends up not working out like it did with my previous musician, then I don't know what I'll do. But I promise you that I will not put out a demo with placeholder tracks. I am not a defective microwave after all. As for future video ideas, I do plan to remake some of my older videos, like Asriel for 7 years, Spamton Neo for 50 years Crash's Deltarune, that kind of thing. And also the remake of my How to Make an Undertale fan game series, which I started around this time of the year, last year. God, does it really feel that long ago? It only still feels like yesterday since I finished the last episode. And it's not even a good series either, since 99.9% of my viewers who have no knowledge of coding are struggling with it, and they haven't even passed the first episode. It just blows my mind, really, just how much effort I put into something only for it to not work out. But most of the time I'm quite happy with it, so that's what matters at the end of the day. I'm happy with what I do. Even if others might not be, sometimes. God, I want to put those days behind me. So yeah, right now I will shut up and I will leave you with the Phase 2 No Heal. But before I do that, I want to give some shout outs to people who have supported me on my Distrust 2 journey, and I'll even give you a little bit of a surprise later on, so look forward to that. The first shout out obviously has to go to Moros for doing the first 4 attacks of Phase 1 without taking damage. That's kind of what inspired me to do it in the first place. Though my general curiosity of Phase 1 no-hit was if it could be done at all. Like, if you know Sega Sonic games, they're pretty tough, especially if you try and challenge yourselves on them. But considering that Distrust 2 is much better than Dust Belief, well, yeah, you can see the evolution there. Salty Lily and a couple of others, I've forgotten their names, for encouraging me to actually continue to do Phase 1 with Final Attack. Originally I was very reluctant and actually kind of angry that I actually was told to do this, but since it's a challenge that I set myself out to do, it was my choice at the end of the day. But in the end, I just wanted to get a Phase 1 no-hit. But now that I have done the full thing, I feel even more satisfied, so thank you to those people. Rise UT for teaching me how to take worst fails with a grain of salt. And he's also the reason why I didn't use macros in the final no-hit. If you didn't know, I used them in my -2, -7 I think, and my -1. But not in the no-hit. Those are non-existent in the no-hit. So thank you, Rise. And Made for Mario as well. And of course, I cannot overlook the glaringly obvious elephant in the room, that is Harry LTS. He's the reason why I decided to do a 4 DMG run in the first place, and I am happy that his video exists, because without it, I probably wouldn't have discovered the strats I would have needed for Phase 2. So, Harry LTS, if you're watching this, thank you very much. And I would just like to take this final moment to apologise for any inconvenience or worry that I have caused anyone throughout any of my Distrust challenges. At the time I started this, I had no idea. But now that I can listen to my body and actually understand everything, including my behavioral patterns, I can minimize the impact by quite a lot, if not completely. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you.